If I'm voting for Trump, so what somebody's going to do about it?
I don't think anybody, I mean, I'm going to disagree with you.
So what? What are you going to do?
Vote! Let's get out the 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 vote! Let's win!
Tell you what, after that, if Mike came at me like that, yeah, I'm voting Trump. Off top. Oh, if I was undecided, I decided then. Did y'all see Kamala's little cricket situation right there? Whew. That sounded more, how do I say, that was noisier than my backyard. And it was quiet. Like, yo, what's happening here? Speaking of making it make sense, let's look at the logic of the people on the left. These are Kamala voters. These are Kamala supporters of the Biden-Harris regime, which is a continuing of the Obama administration, who's really in office. Anyhow, we gonna will it back to make it make sense real quick. Before we ultimately get into the point of this video, let's dive in.
How old are your granddaughters?
They are 6 and 8.
Would you support them to get hormone blockers to become the other gender?
I would absolutely support them to get hormone blockers. The idea of one of my granddaughters learning that they're going to start having their period if they don't get their hormones blocked, even though they're identifying and portraying as a male, how horrible that would be. So yes, definitely.
If your granddaughter came to you and wanted to get a tattoo, what would you say?
That would be more difficult. I always told my 3 sons, the one thing I ask is please don't get tattoos.
Really? Why tattoos?
There's just something so permanent about it.
Permanent?
It's pretty permanent. It's very difficult to get them lasered off or removed.
You don't think it's like permanent to change your gender?
See, you probably look at me and you think all old people are wise, but unfortunately, no.
Oh, I love how he did that. Hitting it with some logic, man. This is all we asking the American people to continue to lead with. Logic, common sense. One thing is okay, but the other is not okay. Both are permanent. You know, you oppose tattooing, but you don't oppose somebody chopping up a baby, essentially. Like, nah, man, that's not cool. A few comments here. This is insane, especially because there's really people out there who think like this. I mean, we just watched it. Liberal logic. We just watched it right here. Somebody said, so let me get this straight. Changing your sex, not an issue. Getting a tattoo, huge issue because it's permanent. Tap it out now. I cannot make that make sense. P.S. I'm not tat shaming you, even though you've yet to yield one single tat. Sorry. That was talking to the person who posted this, which was Kathleen Welch 3 on X. Yeah, man. Somebody said, I'm not sure sense is abundant anymore. Yeah, I don't think y'all ever we gonna see common sense in this era. I don't think it's gonna happen unless you got like what's his name? Mike Tyson pulling up on you. What you gonna do about it? Anyhow, Elon Musk just shared this video on X, and he shared it from Charlie Kirk's account. And liberal hive mind commented under here, which is the perfect introduction for this clip. Typical clueless leftist.
Tell us why you're supporting Kamala Harris.
No, not too sure about that.
Why? Okay, so
right now because she's not Trump.
Can you tell me her greatest accomplishment?
No, I can't.
Can you tell me a single accomplishment?
I cannot. I want to leave.
What is Kamala Harris's greatest accomplishment?
See, that question. You can't. Okay.
Name an accomplishment of hers.
You can't ask that question. Why not? It seems like the most simple question of anything. Like probably the easiest to answer.
An accomplishment of her? She got in. She in when she was the Hey.
What is her greatest accomplishment?
Being an idol for
Oh, I wish I had this on the top of my head, but I don't.
Well, as vice president, I'm not sure. I guess I have nothing. I'm stumped.
We cannot heal our country until we defeat the Democrat Party this November.
My #1 mission is make Donald Trump go back into the White House in November.
Why should I vote for Trump?
Can you kind of give me your point of view of why I should vote for Trump?
I am thinking of voting for Harris, but I am open to be proven otherwise.
Could you please explain why under a Trump presidency would be more beneficial to me than a Harris presidency?
I want to try to win you over as a liberal for Donald Trump.
Why should I vote for Trump?
There's no guesswork in this election. We know the type of president that Trump was and that he will be.
There are three things I want you to think about when voting for Trump. Home ownership, border, war. Three objective things.
People remember the Trump years better because they were better. Kamala Harris will destroy this country, bring us closer to World War III, allow 30 million illegal people into the country, and bring us to a Great Depression. Donald Trump will restore the American dream for your generation.
When I decide, just in case, can I have a hat?
You can have a hat.
So which way are you leaning?
Can I get a hat?
That's a good answer.
I think you've convinced me, so thank you for that.
God bless you.
So, yeah, that would end up leaning me towards the Republican Party despite myself being a liberal.
How are you leaning this election?
Well, after what you said, Trump.
Let's go! I'm talking to voters of this country that will determine the future of Western civilization. That's what I'm doing here today.
We gotta win. We're gonna make America great.
Well, you know, Kamala Harris actually said something that if you play this clip that we just watched, after we finna play this clip, like, I know it's backwards, but it would have made so much more sense. But when we first heard it, we was like, not the route to go. But I can't believe I actually might be agreeing with Kamala.
What else do we know about this population, 18 through 24? They are stupid. That is why we put them in dormitories. And they have a resident assistant. They make really bad decisions.
I'm just saying. Did you think it was possible that you could agree with Kamala? I really want to know in the comments. Like, do you agree? I agree in the context of that clip for sure. I'm going, oh, yeah. Generally speaking, no. Let's read a few comments. Charlie is an excellent debater. Lucky to have him on Trump's team. The reason you vote for someone should not be just because you don't like the other person. Yeah, that definitely shouldn't be it. Look at their achievements, like their policies, and vote accordingly. Definitely shouldn't just vote for somebody just because you're against the other party. And that's pretty much what happened in 2020. And now all of y'all regret it. Just like a lot of my family. But your boy, Trump is out here doing this thing. I had a chance to see him at the rally yesterday. What an amazing time that I had. But I want y'all to see this. Well. Sad is true.
Well. I knew this day would come. I knew it would come, and I felt it in my ovaries. And I'll tell you something. I didn't think that sticking all those needles in that Biden doll would help, but here I am. We're gonna have so much fun. Now, I've been a little busy since the news broke, and I was galvanizing with many donors. And I asked my good friend Jean-Claude Van Damme Pierre to help me with my acceptance speech. So, here goes nothing. Oh, say, can you see? Okay. By the dawn's early light, Jean-Claude, I don't want to talk about dawn in the speech. It's okay. I think you're confused. All right. I'm going to do this my way, all right? I got this far. Okay. America. And Willie. Get ready. Because it is time to unburden what has been.
Watch the light bulb go on over Kamala Harris's head when she realizes she has no damn plan for if there's divided government and she can't shove through her agenda. Watch.
Expanding that child tax credit, or you mentioned housing before, giving that extra money for a first home. If you can't raise corporate taxes, or if GOP takes control of the Senate, where do you get the money to do that? Do you still go forward with those plans and borrow?
Well, but we're going to have to raise corporate taxes, and we're going to have to make sure that the biggest corporations and billionaires pay their fair share. That's just it. It's about paying their fair share.
She's an idiot. She's an idiot. She has no idea what she's talking about.
And this is what happens when you're running on joy and reimagining, imagination, unburdened by what has been. This is what happened. You get somebody who's installed, man, right here. Like, y'all got to go check some, with the software developers, because y'all trying to install it and it ain't working. We catching virus after virus after virus with her. Oh, man. Somebody said that's Joe Biden's phrase. Oh, wow. Somebody said, fact checking this video, 100% true. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, this is classic. She is obviously not the brightest crayon in the box. Raise corporate taxes really means your taxes are going to be raised because you are a fictitious entity. This is very strange indeed. Please stop this, Kamala. How did this happen to you? We know how it happened. She don't even know how it happens. She's almost seeming like a descendant of Biden right now. She might have she might have installed the Biden package in her brain right now. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. She's truly an idiot. The Democrats make policy based on emotions. That's definitely true. Republicans make policies based on reason and logical reasoning. Question. I'm sorry. Let me reread that. Republicans make policies on logical reasoning. Kamala was asked a logical reasoning question, and Kamala gave a response in the best way she knows how, with emotions. Ooh, I'm keep telling y'all keep trying to say, oh, it's because she's a woman. No, has nothing to do with it. Oh, yeah, because y'all think she's not black. No, has nothing to do with it. Just listen to her talk.